They're eating our tomatoes up. Hello everybody, welcome back to Burnt Church. Hope everybody's having a good day. We out here in the tomato patch working on these worms. The worms are working on our tomatoes and we out here working on the worms. Oh man, I'm gonna show you something right over here I just now seen. Let me get rid of this worm. Y'all see him? Look right there on that T-post. I hope y'all got to see him. That was a lizard. I don't know what kind they're called. They look like a rattlesnake skin on them. That wasn't the green gecko lizard or whatever you call it. That was one of those that the skin looked like a rattlesnake. But we out here, I've probably done got 8 or 10 worms off these tomatoes. And they're hard to find. I screwed up on these tomatoes this year. I hope I hope you can learn from my mistake. I know better than this, but hey, sometimes you forget. I've been gardening close to probably 30 years, maybe a few more. Even before that, all my life I helped Daddy in the garden, but actually my own, I started in my early 20s. But I want to show you how I screwed up. See how close these tomatoes are? Right over here is one row, and right there's a worm. Thank God for making this video. I reached over there to move that, I seen this worm. Look here. We gotta get him out of there. Now how I deal with them? Well, you can see that one right there. We won't do that here on YouTube, or at least I won't show it. But that's how I deal with them. Sometimes I put them in a bowl and take them, give them to chickens. But for some reason lately, I don't know if it's because they're so big or what, the chickens hadn't wanted to deal with them. They act like they kind of scared of them. Now, I don't know if that little lizard, I don't know if he's catching any of these worms or if he would even deal with one of these big worms or not. He might when they were small. We've got a bad infestation over here of, I call them stink bugs. They're a little different than the regular stink bugs we usually have, but I think they're the same species. I'll carry you over and show you what they look like here in just a minute. I'm going to look around on these tomatoes just a little bit more. I got quiet standing here a few minutes ago, and it was almost like I could hear them in here chewing. I don't know. It might be my imagination. We just had a rain, first rain we've had in, I don't know, I guess a month, feels like. But these tomatoes, I've got them so close together that you can't get around them to pick the worms off of them. That's why I'm having so much problems with these worms. You can see they've been a hammering in here hard. Right here's a bunch of places that they've eat. Now I've done got some of these worms, but see, when you get an infestation of them like this, it's best if you can get all the way around that plant. And I know that, like I said, I don't know what happened. My idea here was to make me a lane on both sides of the tomatoes and be able to walk down the middle, but I didn't get them far enough apart. A note to self, they need to be at least 4 feet apart and probably around 5 feet. But our tomatoes is starting to ripen. I'm seeing a few in there that I need to get. That rain and storm a while ago has beat them up a little bit. Right here, that's where worms has chewed on that tomato. I've got a few off the tomatoes, and I just now spotted one. I'll tell you what I look for first. Right down here below the tomato, you see those little black peels here? We'll have a little science class. Those little peels are the poop from those worms. Ain't much scientific about that, is it? But the greener that poo is, most of the time the fresher that it is. So if you see some old black poo and then you see some green, Start looking up above where you see that green at, and a lot of times you'll find the worm. Right here he is. He's hanging up here just enjoying him some tomatoes. He's enjoying him some tomatoes on our sweat and our dollar. Now you can't be finicky when you're out here in the garden. I've got tomato worm juice all over me. My wife, she would say, "Oh, you need to get you some gloves on." But they just don't know us country boys. That's clean for my hands. I wear gloves for some things, but I don't know. It's something about getting the feel of what you're working with. I like not wearing gloves. It's kind of like the going barefooted out here in the garden. At times, you just want to be able to feel what you're doing. And with gloves on, I can't feel nothing. It's like a big old catcher's mitt. I can put on those thin gloves that they say that you can work in and stuff. It still feels like you got on a catcher's mitt. But in here is where they've got us bumfoozled at. I can't get in through there to see them. I may get out here and take some wire and pull these fence posts over. I don't know. I've been coming out here every day picking at these worms. And we've got to get them slowed down because they're going to ruin our tomatoes. There's a guy out the road that does some gardening. And I laugh at him every year. I don't know whether he uses some kind of poison or what. But his little old tomato plants every year won't get much over knee high. And you can drive by there every day and watch them. All the leaves starts disappearing off of them. I've started to stop, and kind of suggest he go around and pick them off of them. Because that's all you got to do. If you can see all the way around those plants and use some tips like what I've showed here, finding their poo on the ground and following it straight up, there's no trouble to find them. But right now, we've got the problem because we can't get all the way around ours. He may be driving by our house this year saying, "They got the same problem I have. Them worms is eat their tomatoes up." In the past, years ago, I would use 7 dust and stuff. But with these worms, the best method I can tell you is to hand pick them. Just get you a chair, sit down out there for a little while. Your eye get trained where it'll see them. I got over on the other side over there, and I could see behind this one. I got to seeing some poo down there on the ground. Well, I seen him from over there on that side. Here he is. We was just right here by him just a minute ago. I think I've done about all the damage I can do here right now. I've been out here. Oh, wait a minute. Right when I say that, I find another one. Right here he is. They can hold on tight. Look there how I'm stretching him out. After you look for a while, you kind of get burnt out. I've been out here with them for a good little while now. I'm going to carry you over here and show you the infestation number 2. I guess this was infestation number 1. Right over here is infestation number 2. This next infestation, the infestation part 2, I don't really know what to do for them. I've got my neem oil out here. We're going to spray them with it. Other than that, I don't know. I've tried soap and water, but it's hard to get them into soap and water. Right here's what we got. See them right there? All over that. All over and down there. Right here. Now they don't hurt that corn too bad, but they'll breed there and multiply, and then they'll really work on the squash and the cucumbers and watermelons. The corn, I can't tell you if they hurt it real bad or not. I've never seen them hurt our corn real bad. And I've seen them on it like this before, but as far as seeing the corn suffer from it, I really haven't seen that. Now, I may be wrong. Maybe y'all can leave it in the comments and let me know. But we're gonna spray them. I don't know if the neem oil will take care of them or not, but we're gonna spray them with it. We're gonna give them a good shot of it. See how they start flying? That's the trouble I have with them whenever I try to use dish soap. This neem oil might not do nothing but make them fat. I don't know. I kind of think it'll help get rid of them though. It'll make them move anyhow. And I think the ones I got to spray on, I think it'll take care of them. We got hopes it will anyway. That's going to be about it today. I hope everybody's doing all you can to prepare for what's coming. We don't know what's going to happen in November. And in my opinion, even if the man that we think's going to get in office gets there, I think it's going to take you and me doing all we can do to save the country. In my opinion, the dollar's dying, and they're going to try to bring in some kind of new currency. I don't think there's any coming back from this 34 trillion in debt. We're going $1 trillion in debt, I think, every 90 days. And I don't know, it's just, you can think about it and get disgusted and disheartened. I mean, those senators and congressmen and the president up there, we elected them, put them there. And once they get in office, they become filthy rich. All of that is not the way America was set up to be. We need hard-working, honest people there that don't go there to get rich, that goes there to serve their country and to follow the Constitution. I'm going to get on a rant, so I might as well as to hush up about it. The things that we can't change, all we can do is just do our best, spread the truth the best that we know how, and believe in God has got it all under control. And I know that in the end, God has the plan worked out for us. We just have to obey God, try our best to serve Him, and endure until the end. I thank you for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.